Okay, let's go ahead and do number 18 and 19. So first thing I'm going to do is label the numbers. So x1, y1, x2, y2. In order to find the slope, we use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we plug it in the numbers, 7 minus 9, and on the bottom would be negative 4 minus 4. So 7, negative negative becomes a positive, so 7 plus 9 is 16. And on the bottom I have negative 8. Divide 16 by negative 8 is negative 2. So that would be my slope. Then I write down the formula, y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So this would be y minus negative 9. My slope is negative 2. X minus x1 in this case is 4. 2 negative becomes positive, y plus 9. And then I multiply negative 2 times x and negative 2 times negative 4. So this would be negative 2x plus 8. Now to get the y alone, I'll send the 9 to the other side. So this would be y equals negative 9 minus 2x plus 8. Last step is to combine like terms here. So I'm going to have y equals negative 2x minus 1. Okay, let's go on to the next problem. So this would be x1, y1, x2, y2. My formula is y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So this would be negative 9 minus 3. And on the bottom be 4 minus 2. So negative negative becomes a positive, so it'd be negative 9 plus 3 be negative 6. And on bottom 4 minus 2 is 2. So that would be equal to negative 3. So this would be y minus y1, m x minus x1. So this would be y minus negative 3 equals negative 3 x minus 2. I'm going to eliminate parentheses. And also negative negative becomes a positive. So this would be negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6. I'm going to send to the 3 to the other side. So it would be y equals negative 3 minus 3x plus 6. So here I'm going to combine these two. So this would be negative 3x plus 3. And there we go. On this problem, I'd like to point it out too that let's imagine that, let's say I had a situation right here where this would be y minus 4 equals, let's say, negative 3/4 and x minus, let's say, 8 there. Okay, I just want to remind you that how to multiply the fraction there. So this would be y plus 4. This would be negative 3/4 x. And when you multiply on the calculator, so let's say I'm multiplying this, pull out the calculator here, so I'm going to multiply negative 3 divided by 4. Then you put the arrow to the right, then times negative 8. You get positive 6. So, and then to solve this, you would send the 4 to the other side. So this would be negative 4 minus 3/4 x plus 6. And then you combine the 4 with the 6, so bring down the negative 3/4 x. And this would be plus 2. So please notice that on our examples we had whole numbers, but also could be in the final that you get a fraction here. So I just wanted to demonstrate that if you have such a case, that's how you multiply, and remember how to use the calculator. Okay, let's go ahead and continue with the next problems. So let's go back here. And next problem is to solve by substitution. So we have here problem 20 and 21. So by substitution, you want the letter by itself. So here I'm going to get the y by itself by sending the 3x to the other side. So this would be negative 3x minus 8. Put a circle and a star. And on the other equation, I'm going to put the arrow under the y. So this would be 4x minus 2 parentheses. Inside parentheses, I put negative 3x minus 8, close parentheses, equals 6. Now I solve the equation. So this would be 4x plus 6x plus 16 equals 6. 4 plus 6 is 10x plus 16 equals 6. The 16 is going to move to the other side, so this would be 10x equals negative 16 plus 6, so this would be 10x equals negative 10. We divide both sides by 10. X equals negative 1. So we know that our answer has negative 1 for x, and we need to find the y. To find the y, we copy the star. We bring that negative 1 that we found here, and we plug it in right here. So this would be y equals negative 3, open parenthesis, negative 1 minus 8. So negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3 minus 8. Y equals negative 5. So that means my answer will be negative 1, negative 5. Okay, for second problem here, we're going to get the x alone. So that means we're going to send the negative 2y to the other side, becomes positive 2y minus 3. We got the x alone, so we put a box and a star. And we put the arrow under the x. So it means we copy the 3, open parentheses, copy the rest. Inside the parentheses, we're going to put that 2y minus 3. And now we're going to eliminate parentheses. So this would be negative 6y plus 9 minus 2y equals 17. Combine like terms, we're going to get negative 8y, bring down the 9, equals 17. I'm going to send the 9 to the other side, so this would be negative 8y equals negative 9 plus 17. So this would be negative 8y. Negative 9 plus 17 is 8. Divide both sides by negative 8. And we get y equals negative 1. So that means in our answer, we know that y is negative 1. We should need to find the x, so we copy the star. And we bring that y value over here and plug it in. So this would be 2, negative 1, minus 3. So this would be negative 2 minus 3. X equals negative 5. So the answer is negative 5, negative 1. And there we go. Okay, very good. Let's go on to the next problem. Next problem is going to be to solve by elimination. So in problem 22, what we're going to do is we draw these two arrows. And we're going to put the 8 right here and the 6 right here. And then we're going to multiply 8 times 6 is 48x. 6x times 8 is 48x. And we notice that both are positive, so they don't cancel. So that means I'm going to force a negative down here. By doing that, now 6 times negative 8 is negative 48. They will cancel. So I know the numbers are good to go. So I'm going to multiply the rest of the numbers. So negative 3y times 6 is negative 18. Y, 14 times 6 will be 84. And then negative 7 times 8 is positive 56. Y, and then 20 times negative 8 is negative 160. Now these two cancel. And right here we get negative 18 plus 56 is 38y. And on the other side we get negative 76. We divide both sides by 38. So y equals negative 2. With that, we just pick one of these equations. So let's say I pick the bottom one. So this would be 6x minus 7y equals 20. We bring down the y over here. So this would be 6x minus 7 times negative 2 equals 20. So this would be 6x plus 14 equals 20. We're going to send the 14 to the other side. So this would be 6x negative 14 plus 20. So this would be 6x plus equals 6 divided by 6. X equals 1. So this means our answer is 1, negative 2. All right, let's go to the next problem. Next problem, we draw the two arrows. We put the 5 over here, and we put the 6 on the bottom. We multiply the numbers, so this will get negative 30x. And on the bottom, I have 5 times 6 would be positive 30x. And right there, I see that they cancel. So that means these numbers are good. I don't need any negatives. So I'll just continue multiplying. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. Y, 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 6 is 30. 6 times 6 is 36. And negative 11 times 6 is negative 66. So that means these two cancel. This would be 16y. 50 minus 66 is negative 16. We divide it by 16. Y equals negative 1. With that, we just pick any equation. So let's say I pick the bottom one. And we bring the y over here. And we plug it in. So this would be 6 times negative 1 equals negative 11. So this would be 5x minus 6 equals negative 11. We're going to send the 6 to the other side. So this would be 5x equals 6 minus 11. This would be 5x equals negative 5. We divide it by 5 on both sides. X equals negative 1. So that means my answer for this problem is negative 1 comma negative 1. And there you go. Let's go on to the next problem. The next problem is to find the equation of a line. And in order to do that, you need two good points. So here's one good point, and here's another. And then you find the slope, which is rise over 1. So the rise here versus the run. The rise would be negative 3 because I went down 3. And the run would be 4 to the right, which would be positive 4. So this would be negative 3 over 4. And now y-intercept is where the line touches the y-axis, so it touches right there at negative 1. So if you remember, equation of a line equals y equals mx plus b. So you just plug it in the information that you found. This would be negative 3/4 x minus 1. For the next problem, let's go ahead and find two good points. So let's say I pick this good point here and this one. So right there I found the rise to be 2 and the run 1. So this would be 2 over 1. And now y-intercept is at negative 2. So that means our equation would be 2 over 1x minus 2. For the next one, any horizontal line, the slope is 0. And the y-intercept we can see right there is at 3. So that means y equals 0x plus 3, but you don't have to write the 0x, so it'll be y equals 3. Let's go on to the next problems. Here you find two good points. The rise would be negative 1, and then the run would be 4. So this would be negative 1 over 4. And my b is positive 1 because the line touches the y-axis at 1. So my equation is negative 1/4 x plus 1. Okay, the next one. Let's find two good points. There's one right there. And the next one is right there. The rise would be 4 up and 3 to the right. So that means my rise is 4 over 3. My y-intercept is a negative 2. So my equation is y equals 4/3 x minus 2. Next problem. Here's a good point. Here's not a good point. The rise is negative 4. and the run would be 1. So this would be negative 4 over 1. The y-intercept is at 3. So the equation would be negative 4 over 1x plus 3. You don't really have to write the 1, so if you wrote y equals negative 4x plus 3 is also correct. Okay, last two problems. Find two good points. There's a good point right there, good point right there. The rise would be 1, and the run would be 5. So this would be 1 over 5. Our y-intercept is at 4. So this would be 1 over 5x plus 4. And these problems right here, two good points would be right there. So the rise would be 3. And the run would be 7. So 3 over 7. And our y-intercept is a negative 4. So the equation would be y equals 3 over 7 x minus 4. So there you go. This concludes the final exam review problems. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.